The Black Clover closed beta has been out for a few days, and this will be an honest review of my experience playing the game for the past day and a half. I didn't get access to the beta the first day, but I did get access a day after, so I've been playing it ever since, and this will be my honest thoughts on the game as a whole. Keeping in mind, there's always like a big message right here, right here, saying that this is not the game's final version and context may be subject to change. There's been word that Black Clover Mobile is planning on taking down videos of the closed beta because of that. Please, if you are a content reviewer for Black Clover Mobile, this video, well, I just said, listen, I'm saying that this is not the game's final version, context subject to be changed, so I'm letting everyone know this, and this video is extremely positive. This game is really damn good. So let's already start this, alright? I'm sorry for the way I'm recording this against the black bars on the side. I'm playing on my iPad, and I can't really play on Google Play because I wasn't selected. So I'm having to record this with like a screen reflector that's kind of scuffed, but it's okay. It won't matter because all my points will remain the same nonetheless. The game might look a little worse for you than it looks. It looks pretty good, actually. I'm recording this in 4K. It should look pretty good. The game looks really good. Let's talk about gameplay for the game, because I think it's the biggest thing. Before talking about this whole UI you see right here, let's go in a battle, because I think the most important thing, and the thing that people really want to know is how good is the gameplay of this game, because really, I don't think many people know how the gameplay works. So you have a 4-man team. Now these are my team right here. This is my team right here. I just actually acquired this Uno, so he's only level 50. But your characters go from, let me go down, R, SR, SSR, UR, and LR. LR is not like a separate rarity of characters. SSR characters awaken into UR characters, and then awaken into LR characters. Every character becomes an LR when it reaches level 80 and above, and we'll talk about how to upgrade characters in a second, but first let's go into the stage and talk about the gameplay, because again, I feel like no one really knows about how the gameplay works. They haven't played the game. So how does the gameplay work? Well, I've been seeing this really terrible misconception that the gameplay looks just like Slime Isekai Memories, which is so wrong. The gameplay is essentially Epic 7. If you've played Epic 7, it's very similar. You have the speed gauge on the side, which I can't really inspect like Epic 7 you can. And every character has their speed stat, which you can increase with gear, kind of. I'll talk about that in a second. And you have your skill number 1, which has no cooldown. Your skill number 2, which have some kind of cooldown. It will say nowhere, actually. There's none in the text. You have your 2 like major skills. This is like an enhanced skill 2 for the most part for most characters, but not for this one, I think. And this is like your big skill. Every character will have this like oh, it doesn't show right here actually, but you can see my gear set. Every character will have this like 10 of 10, which is the amount of souls that you need, or I don't know the actual name, skill orbs, I don't know, to actually use an enhanced skill. So let's take the turn here with my my character. And this is a turn-based game, you know, similar to Grand Cross, for example. It's a turn-based game, but with the gameplay of Epic 7, which is a gameplay I personally really like. So you select the skill that you want to use, and then select what character you want to attack. If it's an AoE skill, of course, you attack both. And that's turn-based, you know, that's the usual turn-based gameplay you see anywhere. Now, when it comes to the enhanced skills, let me do one right here. So it will show on top of the enemy you're facing about, you know, typing. You can see right here the type wheel, how the typing works. So my character is blue, so, you know, it's going to do better against other blue, not green characters. It says good for type neutral, great for type advantage, and bad for type disadvantage. It will play a cutscene on the enhanced skills, which all of them look really good. Might be a little choppy in my recording because of the reflection, but they look really good. Grand Cross quality. If you are one of my Grand Cross viewers, then you should know what to expect. You can see the cooldown here. Oh my god, that was super loud. I'm sorry. You can see my cooldown here for the skill 2 now because it has a cooldown. So, and you walk to the next wave just like Epic 7. I will say just like X game many times. Let me go actually on the options. So this game has an auto system, which sucks. But I don't know where it is. somewhere here, might be an account, but I don't want to show my account info if that's what shows up. You can actually set how your auto will work. Like the auto will always do the enhanced skill first, which is not always what you want to do. Like your ultimate and stuff like that. Depending, because if you're going wave 1, that's usually like weaker characters in like wave 3. So you probably don't want to do that on the wave 1. But as I'm aware, or I became aware that you can actually change that. So let's back out because now you know the gameplay. That is the gameplay. Oh, by the way, my camera's in the middle of the screen because there's a big watermark for the for the reflector. So I'll put my camera here. Let's back out. So this is one of the types of stages. Now let's talk about the characters. Oh, actually, let's talk about the banners. I think a lot of people are gonna want to know about the gacha of the game. So the gacha is very interesting. We have two gachas right now in the game. One is a standard gacha banner where you just pull. There's no step up, and there's no guarantee for the actual character, where there's a pity at like 12 multis of a guaranteed SSR. So let's go comparability here. The rates are in total like about 6% for SSR, but it's divided of 3% for SSR characters. You can see the two like main characters of the banner, this would be Yami and William, are enhanced, and 1.5 for them. And then the random SSR characters in the banner are at 1.5 with 0.25 individually. Now, what's really interesting about the gacha in this game that I've never seen in any game ever, maybe there's other games like this, there are seasonal characters with terrible, awful rates in this banner. And when people saw this, they were really, really angry. They saw there's a character in this banner at 0.06%. That's outrageous. Now, when I saw this, I also didn't really understand why they would do this. But as I was thinking about it, this actually is pretty good. Now you're gonna like, why would you say this is good? Seasonal characters. If you play gacha games in general, you know seasonal characters rarely come back. They are seasonal. In Epic 7, some seasonal characters only come back once a year. So, if this is what I'm thinking it is, right? These seasonal characters might be on every banner with terrible rates. So there's a chance you pull them in every single banner you pull on. And then they also will have a banner every once in a while. Maybe every 6 months or a year. If that's the case, that's actually a really good system. Because a lot of these seasonal characters on Grand Cross, like Summer Merlin, are like so rare. They rarely come back and everyone wants them, but whenever they come back, they usually are in terrible banners as well. So I kind of think that if they do how I'm thinking they're going to do this, it's a really good system. So if you disagree with me, I want to know why, because if it is like that, where they will have like their own banners eventually, and they could come back as like seasonal characters like this in other seasonal banners, but they are in every single banner, I think it's pretty decent. Now, the skills. Okay. Talking about the characters, let's talk about the skills. Skills are like artifacts from Epic 7 where they increase they upgrade the skill on one of your characters. For example, here, this skill right here gives a 35% chance to remove a debuff from a friendly target upon using a skill. This is very like Epic 7-esque, but kind of like a really bad skill from Epic 7. But if you use a specific character, so this card specifically goes for William, then it will actually enhance his skill level, or his skill 1. So it's interesting. You kind of want to pull these. You kind of want to pull these for your characters as well. And then there's another banner. This is a step up banner where on step 7, you actually get the character guaranteed. So what I'm thinking is going to be is for a lot of these banners, and this might be a hunch, but this looks to be like a festival banner. This looks to be, these characters look exclusive. The Yami and the William, because they are not in this pool right here. And I'm thinking the characters like, what was her name, Charlotte? I read the manga in like 2 days, and like sometimes, I terrible with names, Charlotte, yeah. Might be how they're gonna release like normal non-festival characters, non-exclusive characters, but I could be wrong. I did do the whole step up. There's like some discounted. You can see the currency here. I think it's like 1,200. Will buy you like 10 tickets. I have 1 ticket already, so it's like discounting for me for 1080. And then you will do a multi. And I pulled a few SSRs. If I go here on my account, I have pulled I've pulled Vermilion like 3 times. I pulled William twice. I wanted Yami because I love Yami, but Ryo is like stupid good, by the way, if you're playing the beta. It might actually be the best character in the game. So when the game comes out, probably the character to chase. But I don't know. Is it she or he? I forgot. They are a counter characters, very strong. Yuna was given out for free. So you can pick one of those seasonal characters for free. I don't know if that's how it's going to be when the game comes out, but really, really nice. If every single batch of seasonal characters, you can pick one of them, that would be crazy good. Nozel I got from will get a free SSR ticket. They're giving like a bunch of SSRs, and of course they, and then I have all the SSRs in ours because you just keep pulling them. Now, enhancing the characters. Enhancing the characters is very weird. Very, very weird. I kind of like what they did here, but it's very weird. So if you want to increase your character to an LR, you have to use the character. So the reason why I don't have my characters like LR yet is because for you to promote the characters, you need to get their dupes. Now you may think that's terrible. You need to get 3 dupes of a character to, max level them. But actually, you don't need to pull dupes for them. If you play with them, you will get friendship. And the friendship gives you the dupes to max level them. And other than this, I don't see any other dupe system. This is what seems to be the only dupe system in the game, which is very interesting. There might be a different dupe system when the actual game release comes out. But this seems to be the only dupe system in the game. Now, there is a coin shop, just like in Grand Cross, you can see here, mage pieces, where, for example, if you want to exchange 5 SSR coins, you can buy this character, or you can buy a guaranteed SSR ticket for 10, that's quite a bit, or you can buy one of these, right? Other than this, there doesn't seem to be another reason for you to pull dupes. Very interesting. Very bold, because dupes are like a big part of every game, but I kind of like this. So this is actually where I got my SSR ticket. They're just giving out these like coins where you can just buy stuff. I'm gonna assume when the game comes out, we're gonna have like similar stuff like this at launch. That's really cool because a lot of these SSRs are really, really powerful. So far, honestly, everything that I just mentioned, I really like. I think everything is pretty good. Oh, I didn't talk about this actually. When looking at the friendship there, you might have seen, I used this guy a lot because it was my first SSR. You actually, right here, by using the character, you actually get some premium currency back, just like kind of Bleach Brave Souls. So every single SSR, or not every single SSR, or every new character that you pull, you get a kickback on those crystals. Next one says 60. The first one was 50. If it goes up by 10 every single one, it goes up to 5 times. You get like a bunch of crystals by pulling a new character. That's really nice. Like, this game is interestingly a game that has looked at other existing games and taken a lot of their good systems. The gameplay system for Epic 7 is really good. The animations for Grand Cross are really good. Like, this game was made by the Grand Cross developers, so a lot of the stuff looks like Grand Cross. Now, I don't know where they took this gear system from, so the gear system is so weird. This is the one thing I'm still a little bit confused about in this game. So you can see the stats of my character here on the side, including the speed. There's a lot of stats I don't know what they do yet. Accuracy, I don't know what this does. Damage res, I don't know what this does. So I'm sorry if I won't be able to say that. But the gears are very interesting. So the gear system, actually go for... What's this equipped on? This is equipped on Ryo. The gear system is very weird. So you can see here, we have like this square. Let me go on the character that doesn't have any gear. So you drag the gear in, or you click and you click equip, and the gear needs to fit on this square. And it's like the Resident Evil 4 inventory, where you put on your stuff and you need to fit as many as possible in this like Tetris like inventory. It looks just like the Resident Evil 4 inventory actually. Really, really strange. I've never seen this before, but this is not the part that I think it's weird. I actually kind of like making the, you know, the sets and stuff like that. What I found should be very weird is the gears seem really bad. So right here, if I go on info, you will see the gear has a main stat. Damn it. The gear is a main stat and substats, which are random, just like Epic 7. God, I can't play another gear system with Epic 7 or another Epic 7 gear system. But the gear sets are really bad. I really don't understand this. So you can see by the symbol here where you can make sets with the gear. So let's say I have 4 of this gear, I'll make a big set, and 2 makes a smaller set. So you're encouraged to have a big set and a small set because then it will fit really well in your inventory. But the sets are really bad. It's so strange. So this set right here, right? It applies 15 DP. I don't even know what that is actually. Or applies 35% ignore defense. Sure. But then this set right here applies 12% speed increase, or has a 15%, the big set has a 15% chance to apply 15% stamina increase upon being attacked. That's terrible. 15% chance. So a lot of these gear sets look really terrible. This is a defense increase, yeah. Applies 15% defense increase, and then applies debuff block for 1 turn in start of battle. So that gives you immunity. That's actually a pretty decent set for a lot of defensive characters. But this set is so strange to me because 12% speed for 1 turn is kind of bad. This one that I've been using here, I think it's damage penetration. Looks pretty good because it's sword. And then there's like the crit chance set. Applies 8% crit chance. Or applies 25% crit chance for 1 turn if your attack was not a crit. The gear sets in this game look really weird. I do hope it's changed because I genuinely don't understand a lot of these gear sets. But now defensive ones looking to be pretty good for like defensive characters. So I don't know. Maybe other people. So this one is like has 80% chance to stun all enemies when you die, or has an 18% chance to stun an enemy when you attack them. I mean, for AoE characters, that might be good because you like have a really good chance of stunning a bunch of times if you keep repeating attacks, but it's so strange. So that's the gear system. The gear system is one of the things I'm kind of neutral about. I kind of like the inventory thing, but the gear sets look very, very strange. So, again, I've been really liking this game, and I really like the story. The story looks really good. If I go here, continue the story to show you a cutscene, the cutscenes look really, really good. So what they're doing here with story is instead of using the regular stamina, like on Grand Cross, for example, this is the regular stamina, it has its own stamina. So it kind of time gates the story. I don't mind it because you don't need to like really rush through it. You can just play a little bit, then you wait a few hours and get like a bunch of stamina back, and then you play a little bit more. That's fine. But the cutscenes look pretty good. They look like on par with Grand Cross. Okay, that effect does not look on par with Grand Cross. That effect did not. But it looks really good. Like the most recent Grand Cross chapters I think might be better than this. But in general, good enough. And I will most certainly be rewatching all of the cutscenes when the actual game comes out. Because I did read Black Clover, but I didn't watch it. So I would like to see like a lot of the voice acting and stuff like that. It has like this Grand Cross sort of... I mean, if you play Grand Cross, you know, like where like multiple characters are talking to each other like this. And like they like black out the character that's not talking. Like it literally looks like Grand Cross. It looks like Grand Cross. So let me skip this. And then the combat's the same. Like the combat's the same. You just go up to the character, just like Grand Cross, and then you get the option to fight them. It says like right there, ready. Then you just play the regular gameplay system. I like it. Again, nothing to say that's bad. Now let's talk about the boar hat. Sorry, the hatto. It's a boar hat. You can cook. Go here on Charmy. You can cook. You can disassemble skills. I think that's what this guy does. yeah, disassemble skills for this other currency, which I don't actually really know what it does other than buying stuff. You can go in the shop and use that currency to buy other skills, I think. Gray, I think, is to do with like... Oh, I actually don't know what he does. Oh, he's like king, where he converts items, okay. And I think Vanessa is gear stuff. Yeah, you craft gear, disassemble gear, and create gear. I don't know what creating gear does, but I'm scared to find out. It seems like to be like the Epic 7 system where you use materials to like make a new gear piece. So there's that. In general, there's a lot of content as well that I'm kind of like passing by. This is like the hawk from the system, but it actually gets you like pretty good stuff. Like this is the upgrade materials for characters. There is like this challenge thing where it's basically where you farm materials. This is where you farm like the XP potions. Oh, this is where you farm gear, and you just like beat this stage multiple times, and it will give you like random gear pieces and the gear upgrade materials. This right here, I don't actually understand exactly. Oh, this is the so the gear. So very in depth, but the gear, you can upgrade it a little bit more with these materials by giving like more substats on it, essentially. Now these, I don't think are unlocked for the closed beta, because I don't think you can get that high in terms of level. And then there's also the limited challenges, which are limited. You can only do them so much. And this looks like final boss because you can get like a certain amount of score. My score is like really bad because I did this when I had like really bad characters, but really interesting stuff. Like there's like a raid. It seems like the game already has a lot of content, and this is only the closed beta. So I'm just really excited to play when the game actually comes out. Arena is interesting. So it's just like Epic 7, where you have like X amount of enemies. Let me refresh this, and then you can pick an enemy. You see what their team is. Oh, sorry, I'm blocking it. You see what their team is. Oh, you can see. And then you choose to challenge them or not, or you can wait to refresh it again. And you yourself have like a defense team. I think it's here. You have your own attack team and defense team for the other enemies to also attack into. So it's just like Epic 7. I do wonder if they'll make real-time PvP, because there doesn't seem to be any real-time. It's really just playing against the enemy's defense teams. I'm going to assume there will be actually real-time PvP, but this... Oh, I shouldn't click there. This arena game mode actually does award you with crystals. So the premium currency, if you go here, I'm right here, I'm silver right now. But you can see, by achieving a rank for the first time, you get X amount of crystals, like Epic 7. This HUD looks just like Epic 7. It looks just like Epic 7, which is good. I really like Epic 7. It's one of my favorite games. And every single week that passes, you get a reward depending on your ranking, just like Grand Cross or Epic 7, including seasonal points, which I don't know what they do, but we'll eventually find out. Challenger seems to be like the higher you can go as a normal player, because Upper League seems to be like top 15 players and stuff like that. The amount of crystals you get is kind of low in comparison to Grand Cross, but it's like about the same as like Epic 7. So like on Grand Cross, you get like 50 gems a week by being Champ 5, which you don't even have to play the game to be Champ 5. But here you get like 840 at Challenger 5, which is not even a multi. So it's a little lower, but I think it can be compensated by other things in the game. Similar to like how Epic 7 gives you crystals in other ways. Just like, you get the crystals by pulling the character and upgrading them, stuff like that. So I think I'm going to end the video here because it's already very long. Just know that this is a game you should be looking out for. It's something that's looking really good. You can't buy anything right now in the beta, obviously, because it's a beta. But looking at the shop here, right? This was given out for free. You can just get this like rank up package for free. It seems like the bundles and everything that's being laid out will be similar to Grand Cross, which is a really good compliment I can give, because the shop for Grand Cross is so much better than any other game I've ever played. And in general, this game is looking to be like a Frankenstein of a lot of really great things other games have already done. And clearly the game developers have played those games and thought, this is a good system, we should implement something like that. We don't know. I know a lot of the things they are showing in this beta are mostly the like really good stuff. Obviously, there's going to be like some gritty stuff that every single gacha game does, but that's to be expected with every single gacha game. There's no gacha game that's your friend, all right? But if it's anything like Grand Cross or even Epic 7, this game will be really popular and really successful. So I'm really excited for this game to have its official release. Really, really excited.